you must have all eaten ice in summer. You must have also held a piece of ice in your hand. After some time, it turns into water. Water is frozen to make ice. When water changes into ice, it changes to a solid form. And when ice melts to form water, it changes from its solid form to its liquid form. Thus, though the states of a substance change, the substance remains the same as before. Water, which is a liquid on freezing, turns into solid ice, and when the ice melts, it turns into water. Let us study the activity. Take a small metal dish. Place some pieces of wax in the dish and heat the dish for some time. Stop heating when the wax has melted. Observe the wax after some time. What change do you see in the wax after it has cooled? What kind of change is it? The wax melts when heated and turns into solid again when it is cooled. A change in which the original substance remains as it is and no new substance is formed is called a physical change. Evaporation. Now we shall study the activity on evaporation. Take some water in a dish. Heat the dish. We can see the water changing into steam. The changing of a liquid into its vapor, that is, into its gaseous form, is called evaporation. Drying of wet clothes is an example of evaporation of water from the clothes. Liquids like kerosene, petrol, evaporate quickly. Salt pans. We use salt every day. Where is it made? There are salt pans on sea coasts. When the salty water of the sea is collected in shallow places, it evaporates in the heat of the sun. Slowly, all the water evaporates and salt is left behind. Condensation. Take some water in a bowl and heat it. When you see the vapors, place a cool metal plate over the bowl. Remove the plate after some time. On which surface of the plate do you see drops of water? We see drops of water on the inside of the metal plate. As the steam cooled, it changed back into water. This process is called condensation. On some occasions, you find drops of water collected on the inside of the lid of your tiffin box when you open it. Early morning in winter, you see vapors coming out of the mouth when someone speaks. These are effects of condensation. Evaporation of water due to heat and its condensation on cooling are the physical changes that cause rainfall. The changing of a liquid into its vapor due to heat is called evaporation. On the other hand, the formation of liquid on the cooling of its vapor is called condensation, dissolving. Let us turn to activity. Take half a glass of water. Add 3 to 4 spoonfuls of salt to the water and stir it. Take some of this water in a dish. Leave the dish uncovered for 3 to 4 days and observe what happens. Is there any water left in the dish? The water in the dish disappears due to evaporation, and what is left behind is the salt. Substances like alum, washing soda, sugar dissolve in water. If the water which has some substances dissolved in it evaporates, then the dissolved substances are left behind. This shows that the dissolving of substances in a liquid is a physical change. Let us study about boiling of substances. If substances like water, milk and oil are given enough heat, they begin to boil. Activity: take half a glass of water. Heat it. First, you will see small bubbles at the bottom of the vessel. When the water is hot enough, you see many bubbles rising to the surface. In other words, the water is boiling. We shall now study about melting of substances. In winter, coconut oil freezes. In order to use it, you first melt it by placing it in the sun or by heating it. You must have seen ice or ice cream melt. They too melt due to heat. Thus, we see many solid substances taking a liquid form due to heat. This is known as melting of that substance.